Aw, toot toot. That's right, it's your BFF, your best friend forever. Look how delicious everything looks. Oh my goodness. Let me drop some of this loud music. I love it the most. We're doing some chip tunes tonight. Tortilla chip tunes. I'm all about it. So I got the microphone closer to me tonight, and hopefully that's going to help some things out. Watching some videos to make sure the stream's getting better and better all the time, right? Gotta do that. Move the camera a bit. Tizzo's here. What's the scoop? Oh, he's got that fire. He's got that fire. That's the spirit. Hanging out on Twitch. I love it. Also, I'm not. Do you still have the? Yeah, there you go. He's a moderator. Look out. You're a moderator. You got all that power now, so that we're never in the situation we were in the other day, right? Scary situation. So I fixed that. Woo! And now I shouldn't have any other problems. The other day also, I got attacked by bots. So bots happened the next day, which was a scary situation as well and a pain in the butt. You know what's going. You don't want your stream and your chat to be going out of control, right? It's frightening. It's a frightening time. So I've got all this stuff ready to go. I'm ready to draw, right? I got all these things that I've been working on all week long with the community characters. But today we're going to switch it back to the other project because I want to just keep things moving forward with that. Where are all my windows? There you go. Boom. Right? It's pretty nice, right? It's delicious back there. And it smells delightful as well. I'm keeping it on theme. I moved the ink around because it was ink for like, you know, a couple weeks now. I'm like, I'm drawing this Mexican food. Like, let's go have a good time. Right? There it is. I'm trying to merge all my windows so it's less hectic. Here we go. So there's that. I don't think I need just YouTube open. All right, I do need Google Photos open, so we're good. And I need that. I still think this is a bit loud, but then again, microphone's all the way over here. I checked some settings on the microphones, so hopefully everything's gonna go all right as far as that. Now it's fun. So Tizzo, how do I sound, Tiz? How do I sound, Tizzo? Does it sound all right? Because I changed some of the microphone settings, so now you shouldn't hear any of the fan. You shouldn't hear if I'm clicking the mouse. I'm trying to keep my voice levels in the green right there, so changing the oscillations and the moderations of all this sort of stuff. It's pretty wild, you know. So hopefully that's sounding good. I think I'm looking all right today. I fixed all these lagging of frames that I was having going on. I had frame lags going on the other day, right? You do have a lot of power. You have no idea. You have a lot of power, all right? It's true. Go share the stream. Everyone has the power to share, right? That helps a lot. But you do have the power. I need it. I need the help, all right? It's a good, important thing to have that. I need a team. Okay, sounds very good. Great. Because I fixed that. I was rewatching some streams, right? Giving my friends some advice on what to do with the streams. And even that was the thing with me. I'm like, you know, go fix your sound, because I know my sound is not as good as it can be. Because sometimes I'm looking at the camera and the microphone's over there, and I'm like, you gotta always. That's why I'm like, yo, mic in the shot, and then you go look at all these pros, and the mic's in the shot. So I'm like, you know, I should stop worrying about it and just there, mic's in the shot, so I could be here and not be the equivalent of like this far back where you can't hear, you know. So up in that's pretty good. I was working on that all day. I changed some of the settings. Looks like the lip sync's going pretty good. That's hard to tell because sometimes lip sync's off and then you're supposed to delay it, but then on my streams, like, it catches up. So then my delay is what's setting it off. Was my stupid thing still in here? You get to see all the behind the scenes stuff. There's the lighting. Out of the way, lighting. There we go. Still well lit. All right, good. So I've been having a good time. So I'm almost at like 10 straight days of doing this, I think. And that was one of the goals, was doing 7, but now I'm like keeping it going. Doing art every single day. So that's been really good. So super positive week, doing minimum about 2 hours every single day. So again, I recommend doing live streams if you want to stay motivated and you're an artsy fartsy person like myself. Oh, again, because who am I? Well, I'm your BFF, your best Frank forever, the Prince of Promotion, the King of Commotion, your Master of Ceremonies, and the Ambassador of Entertainment. Tizzo, how was your week? That's really what I care about. How was your week? How was your week? Did you have a good week since the last time we spoke? Look how quickly a week goes, because we hung out just last Saturday. That's how quick a week goes. It's absurd, right? So hopefully you had a productive time. I was pretty productive. Today, I'm going to be trying to draw food as good as I can. Nice illustrations of Mexican dishes. And we're going to see if that works, as well as, let me refresh this event. All right, repeat alert. I just want to refresh it. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Refreshed, I think. So, what's it called? So doing all that, working on food, gonna try and really make it look as good as I can. And that's the plan for tonight. And why not just jump over to that camera and I'll show you how everything's looking. I also have, did I put something? I put delicious spices, put peppers and onions behind me for this one. Oh, very nice. All right. So there we go. Drone camera's all set up. All right. So I'm going to get myself, let's get my window back here, because I need to keep some of this reference up, you know. Low ended high, the beauty of dance of my life. Fine, friend. Ah, that's so funny. Tizzo say, in case the chat doesn't show up in every place that I multi-stream it, Tizzo, his answer to how's he's doing is, it was low then ended high. The beautiful dance of life, my fine Franken friend. I love it. I'll take it. So it's good. It's good. Ebbs and flows. That's what life's all about, eh? So let me get this going. Camera's looking okay. I do kind of need to. Again, I got to get my monitors, double monitors. All right. Cilantro makes its debut. Absolutely. We'll get some cilantro on the plate. Oh, it'll look great. Look, I think we've got see, there you go. That's what I got cooking. Boom. Delicious, right? There you have it. So that's going to be one of the breakfast things right there. You get a whole kebab of fruit, and I think some sour cream with a radish in it. How delightful. I'm going to maybe make this look a little more full. It's ready to be jam-packed with deliciousness, but I'm going to fill it up a little more. So the stinky thing about it is that my printer is trash, right? That actually looks pretty good. That looks pretty good on the camera, but in real life, that's actually a pretty terrible image, and really poorly printed, right? But it's a good start, and it keeps me away from trying to have to look at the TV all the time and take up my monitor's space, right? So one of the ones I did draw just as practice was this, right? So this is going to be for the end. I drew the, oh, what a delicious burrito. Look, I spent all that time drawing each individual grain of rice. That is a commitment to illustration, my friends. Okay, let me get this. Boom, boom. One more. Right, there you are. Nice. All right, look at that. Delicious. Right, you can make out those tomatoes. Because again, some of the fun of this menu will be, it is printed in black and white. So it's a coloring book comic. So, you know, the kids can color it all. So it'll be really fun because, you know, that's a good gimmick, right? Steam should be wrapped in a warm fire-roasted tortilla and fed to the masses. Thank you. I agree. Thank you very much. Tizzo saying again. The stream should be wrapped in warm fire-roasted tortilla, fed to the masses. Oh, baby. Serve it up hot. Serving it up hot. That's what I like to do. Right? Do I need more illumination? Oh, did I unplug that guy? I unplugged this ass. Let me see if I need more illumination from him. Oh, I'm under a table. Hang on. Here we go. Huh. Ow. That was me hitting my head. There we go. Are you alive now? There we go. How's that? Even brighter. Very nice. Right? Since you know, Spanish laughter. That's hilarious. I would love if that is the theme of the good time. It's a fun game. Right? There's actually a way to play games in the stream. I think I haven't looked up how to do it all. There's a way to type certain codes. You might be able to look it up, and I think I enabled like an 8-ball. Like you can ask a magic 8-ball a question, but I don't remember. Okay, good lighting? Good. All right, so we got that lighting in there. All right, camera's going good. I gotta fold this book over. This book's trying to fall right off the table. Like my nice table, it looks like grass. This is from Grill, restaurant I worked at from downtown Tucson for a good chunk of time. Made all my friends down there. It was excellent. So now the loose plan for this is because, thank you, because I'll tell you, it's good to have a buddy that checks the stream for you, you know? So now you really can't see anything. There's nothing really to look at, right? So let's put a burrito back. The idea is I'm going to put 3 big plates of food right in the front, and then like a couple of extra dishes back there, and then we're going to do the kitchen in the background, and this girl's going to be working like the family circus. Like you're going to see her dashing there, and I think maybe even holding and serving you a dish here, right? And then that is, and she's going to age ever so slightly every time she moves. And then in here, at the next panels, right? Oh, what's the scoop? Talia only got to go to the grill once. It was the best, Talia. At least she got to go, right? And then this one, she's going to age again. This is like her mid 20s to 30s. And then down here, she's a little older, and that's when they open the business. So it's going to be fun. She's going to kind of age in front of our eyes in this image, but we'll get to the character work probably later. There's nothing really on the paper yet, so it's just a little blank. You can't see much, right? I don't know if you can hear any music either, because that's changing ever so slightly, but I'm worried about it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just start. What do I got these? It's the shadow. Cast in the shadow. Where is this coming from? Ow. You. Oh, that's the camera shadow. I see your. There we go. So, there it is. Boom. I'm gonna do a thing that, like, because I want to. I'm gonna break the panel right here, which they say to not always do, but for this I really want to, and I really think it's gonna be good because it's really gonna make this food pop out. I really want to look like it's jumping right off the page there, you know. And they're all on just a nice big dish. Some of them are on square dishes, but I'm not. I'm too OCD about putting oval, rectangle. Like I can't do it. Right? Can't do it. All right. So this is going to be coming here. And maybe I bring you a little closer down. I think. I don't think I can get you much closer. The lighting, I feel like, fluctuates. Right? It's a little hard to see. There was blank space, right? But now you can see. So this was blank. This is what pencil work should start to look like, right? And I'm getting with it. So we'll see. And again, that's the thing about doing this is, I can bring you like, I really can't bring you that much closer without it, you know, my pencil's right there. So, you know, it is what it is. And is it clear? Yeah, it's clear. You can see the light changed again right there because of the focus. All right. So that's some of what it is. I really wish it wouldn't keep doing that autofocus feature that it like feels it needs to do. Now let's get this going, right? So if that's my middle, right, that would be 2. We're going to want this to go to a quarter of that, Nah. We're going to do 1, 2, and then, yeah, this should be like this. So, yeah, just to about here-ish. All right, so this way it's perfectly around. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Did you see? Oh, I did. I was busy trying to fix all of this. Sorry. We could do it right now if you want. I could name songs. I was going to say, we're doing Wrestlemania Radio tomorrow. I'll name you. I could tell you a bunch of people to look up right now. Just write them down. Nita Strauss. Type that and wrestling. Okay, there you go. That's 2 songs probably. I think she's performing even at this Wrestlemania. All right, go look up. Really, it's just about looking up the Wrestlemania combatants and playing just their theme songs. You know, they're just listed. Asuka's a good one. Rhea Ripley, Talia. Should I just text you these names? Do you want me to do that? What are you doing? Is that you now? Yes. Okay. Yeah, Nita Strauss. A-S-U-K-A. So I'll say them out loud and Talia's going to text me the list. That makes perfect sense. So, okay. Nita Strauss might have 2. She did one, I think, for Shinsuke Nakamura. Try spelling that, Talia. But it's S-H-I-N-S-U-K-E. Okay? And then Nakamura is spelled just like it sounds. There we go. Big main dish. And then I might even... Do I want to make this even bigger? This main dish? I think I do. No, you know, I need the room. I will need the room there. Right? So we're going to make that come to there. Okay, she's writing down. Oh, that's a good way. All right. We played Shinsuke Nakamura last show. All right, did we? But this might be, she did a cover of his song. So we'll see. We could always skip it. Type Rhea Ripley. All right, Rhea Ripley, I believe. So that's good. She's going after some stuff. You can go find Edge's theme song. Any real version of Edge's theme song. He's going in there. Daniel Bryan's theme song. Right? He's another one. He's a legend. He's snuck his way into WrestleMania. Now he's going to go after the title. I don't really care much for Roman Reigns' theme song at all. Then you could do... Who else is involved in WrestleMania? I mean, there's your main event right there, gang. You got... That's Sunday. WrestleMania is 2 days. Some people don't realize WrestleMania is 2 days. All right? And so it's 2 days. It's a good time. I can't wait. It starts... I think these are uneven. It's gonna, but whatever. That's what this hole is. All right, so 3 inches there to 3 right there, and then there. I need this. No, okay, good. Goes there. All right, good. Do. So let me go find the card, and we'll talk about WrestleMania. I'll tell you every single damn thing that's been happening with every storyline in WrestleMania. I'll get you prepped up and pumped. It's WrestleMania season. It's wrestling Christmas. Undertaker's had, that's great. Undertaker's a legend. All right, he deserves to have it. All right, the entire folder, good. Upload that folder. That will be great. Do that. Definitely want to do that. Let me not knock over this camera as I move the microphone. I learned that. All right, let's go. Boom, screen mirror. Oh, look at that. What a terrible view. This microphone in the shot, not the best idea all the time, I guess. There we go. There we go. All right, Talia. Let's go hang out together right now. We're going to look up real quick. I love it's a drawing stream, everyone. Okay. That Shinsuke is the best. Okay. Shinsuke's got one of the best themes of all time. I can't play none of these because I'd get booted. So I found out that you can't. Oh, I get you WrestleMania lineup. WrestleMania 37 card. Boom. All right. Here we go. Good old CBS Sports. There we are. All right. So then go away. I'll fix it next time. There we go. So go find Drew McIntyre's theme song. That's pretty good. Bobby Lashley. Sure, do it. We definitely don't have them. You can find Sasha Banks, Talia. You could find Bianca Belair. Right? That's the brand new. Bad Bunny. We got to play a Bad Bunny tune. All right, so Bad Bunny's this huge, you'll love him. He's Puerto Rican superstar. Okay, so he's like a rapper, raps in Puerto Rican and all that stuff. Like, that's what it is. It is, all right? That's where we're talking about wrestling. So we're getting pumped up for wrestling radio. Tomorrow's WrestleMania radio here on the stream anyway. So that's what we're doing. It's worth our time. It's certainly worth our time. Okay? Oh, we've got Cesaro's theme blows. Seth Rollins has a good theme. Don't do Damian Priest's theme. It's terrible. The Miz's theme is terrible. Jomo's theme is terrible. The New Day. Are you keeping track, Talia? Are you keeping track? I just said all that stuff. She texted me one thing. Just go to this website, Talia. It's on CBS Sports. You just go there and look for that. And then all these people that I'm saying, okay, exactly. He raps Puerto Rican. That's exactly what he does. He has a song called Booker T. So, Talia, you have to find Bad Bunny's song called Booker T. Okay? Do that. Go find AJ Styles' theme song. That's a good one. All right. Oh, terrible. Terrible. All right. Then you've got Edge, Daniel Bryan. We have Daniel Bryan for sure. Rhea Ripley, Asuka, we said. You could find, go find The Fiend. Okay. Too bad you said you want to do this right now. The Fiend. Go find Randy Orton. I might even have an instrumental version of Randy Orton's theme. All right. And then you've got Kevin Owens is good. Write it down, Talia. Write it down. Just write all these songs down. You got Riddle is there. Sami Zayn's in there. Get them. Awesome. All right. Not them two. They stink. And that will probably do it. That's a good... This is me sending you stuff. I'm sending it to you audibly. Audibly. All right, don't worry. And there's a delicious, okay, right? Like she's going to bed. She's full of crap. She's up till 1 every day. I'm sure of it. There we go. So Drawing camera. Back to my ovals. Come on back around, Mr. Microphone. Oh, microphone, oh, just detached from the table. Hang on a second. Get back on there, you. Get back on there. You gotta get things, hang on. Oh, gotta pull the old, there it is. Don't drop the expensive microphone. Gotta get this thing on there. Toy. Toy like a toy. Okay. Talia, don't be gross in the chat, all right? You can't be gross. What are you doing? Talking about pouring things in the where? Oh, she's got to pour we're not brats, Talia. Okay? How dare you? How dare you? Right? She's got to empty the garage. Well, go empty the garage now in this nice, cool weather. Oh, Brian Osmond has liked the stream. I tried to change so that these alerts would be better, but it wouldn't save them and it wouldn't let me. I don't know why. We're not brats, Talia. How dare you? Brian, thank you for doing that. Liking the stream. That means I'm loving right there. Brian's the best. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that very, very much. What else? Very excited. Gotta shout people's names. Gotta give them shouts out. Shout outs. Brian! Nah, he gets a shout out. Thank you. That's the best. That's what you get. You gotta interact with the stream. It all counts. You gotta punch algorithms right in the mouth. You gotta do it. All right? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. As I try to start paying attention to what I said I was going to do here on a live stream. 25 minutes. I've drawn 3 ovals. Oh, wait a minute. We're back. Hang on over here. So, she's waking you up to do what? Early. Do what? To clean out the... Well, good. You got to do them chores, Talia. All right? Obviously, you've been laying around a bunch, not working hard. Do some of them chores, help out your mom. All right? It's very important. You got to do that. And we're making this plate bigger. We are. These plates are going to be practically touching. All right? So there's that one. There's that one. They're going to go that big. I think this is going to be the taco. Boom. Ba-boom. Right? Streamlabs, I'm having some trouble functioning as intended. This work probably needs to be modded. Do this by typing that mod Streamlabs. Okay. I will try and type that. Talia, please refrain from using foul language. Oh, Talia got in trouble. Talia got in trouble by the robot. Yelled at Talia. Take that, Talia. Yes, you did. Did. Just type mod. Just type mod Streamlabs. Someone did this the other day. Granted moderator privileges to Streamlabs. There you go. Streamlabs is now a mod. So it's automatic robot stuff will not do that. You better be nice to the robots, Talia. They're going to come. You don't curse at me on a live stream, Talia. This is a family-friendly live stream, Talia. Ah, so good. So good. Not brats. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Back to drawing. Here we go. Oh, all this moving around back and forth is going to give me heartburn agita just as much as these tacos would. Let me tell you, some of this delicious food I get to try it out when best part of this. You get some delicious food to work on projects for people. It's like, hey, I don't know what your food looks like. You might want to cook me an entire whole meal of food. All right? What does that tell you? Some sort of horse? You trying to call me a jackass? Right? Come on. Take that, Talia, is a good quote. I agree. Get it on a shirt. Take that, Talia. Talia time's a good one. T, a nice t is always a good thing for, I believe, comedy alliteration. Right? So let's make sure that, look, the heights are good by measuring with a t square. Right? We got a t square with a Talia and a tizzo. Brian, I mean, that's, there's not much I can do with that, Brian. You get it. It's fine. All right, there we go. That's about the middle. Look at me go. I'm making sure everything's all measured. Measured, so nice. Oh, ooh la la. I gotta make this anime food look like, or I gotta make these illustrations look like anime food. That's my goal. My goal is to make it look that good, right? Because nothing looks better than anime. Right? How big is this eraser? That's a little too. Sometimes I like you. There you go. There's a big one. Use little cheats. Like let's do that. Do do do. Do do do. There you go. Those plates are as big as this eraser. Do do. Do do. Ooh. Ooh. Gotta leave enough room. Oh yeah, I was thinking of having her swoop in. We might change that one. We'll see what happens. I'll tell you, this is where having OCDs is good. Really just like, I need to measure it to make it precise. Sometimes that's half people's problem is that they're lazy and they don't try and do things perfectly. Good sometimes. A lot of the times. Most of the time. You got to know how to draw before you can undraw. I think I've talked about that. Picasso can draw photorealistic. No one knows that. He got over it. Mastered that. Isn't it the most edible looking non-edible food? It's the truth. Do you have a favorite food? What did you think was the most delicious fake food when you were a kid? All right, because I have a hilarious answer that will help you answer because you'll understand a little more what I'm saying. I think that the most delicious food that's like animated or drawn is Snoopy's bones. The crunch that Snoopy's bones would make when he's eating bones in like those Easter specials or something. I just remember it's from one of those specials. He's just eating a stack of bones, right? And just crunching them. And that Snoopy crunch of a bone, oh my goodness. I'm like, wait, oh, can I eat some of those? Where can I buy those? What brand of bones are those? So good. All right. There's my 4 dishes. Let's get, like, did you think, like Garfield's lasagna never looked that appealing. And who else? There's always something good about a big cartoon ham. What's another good? Like the Ninja Turtles pizza was pretty like gooey looking. I don't know if that looked all that great. Like, oh, I wish I could have that. You know, what is some of the best food you've seen that is good line? What do you think? Nah, that's too low. Let's go about there-ish. Not good? That's good. There's my table of delicious foods. And I'll put some extra stuff there, but I might put her swooping in. We'll see. We'll see. All right, that looks nice. That's a good layout. And then what it would be is this. So here's what I've got to try and accomplish. Is do oh yeah, again that's animated, right? See this, so lasagna and Garfield. So there you go. I wasn't even looking at that, and I said, oh, lasagna and Garfield. And then what else? So yes, that's what I'm saying, Talia. Studio Ghibli food. That's my goal. Is to draw Studio Ghibli food right now, right? And like in Spirited Away when they're at the buffet, and they turn into pigs. Oh my word! All right. So that's some of the idea. Is that what other food besides anime? Who else is like famous for foods? That's in a some sort of animated or phony fashion, right? I mean, I don't even know if I can think of real phony food. Oh, Calvin cereal, that's a good one. All right, that's really good. I agree with that. I know exactly what that looks like. That does look good. Like reminds me of Batman cereal. That's what I think of. Cartoon ham, I think. That's another top-notch one. I think whenever one time Looney Tunes, they made like popovers, but they were bombs, and then they made like a big turkey with the bombs in them. And that bomb turkey looked pretty bomb. But you know, can't eat that. Hurt. Looney Tunes have taught me anything. I've still got paint on my hand, Talia. I've still got paint. It focuses on me and that makes things lighter. That is like, focus on that. Tis what it is. Smurf berries. Smurf berries, that's a good one. Gummy berry juice. How about some gummy berry juice? You go bouncing here and there and everywhere. All right, enough dilly-dallying. Let's dive into this dish. Did I pick out? No, I did not. All right, let me jump into this. I kind of want to draw the main event dish. It's going to be, there it is. Taco plate, radishes on it. All this flour. It's a lot to look at, but I think I can get away with doing it. I think the idea is I always draw stuff real, like, you know, like here you go. Boom. I always draw stuff this, like real, you know, draw as detailed as I can, and then I'll maybe simplify. Because you don't, the lettuce will look like the same as, like, you know, you got to kind of differentiate. Rice is easy. This is easy as far as differentiating. But this, got to make sure it looks like tacos. You know, this doesn't look exactly like tacos. I think, you know, just deleting some of this in a way, erasing, throwing. So, you know, fancy plate. Fraggles were eating those structures that were so laboriously worked on by the doozers, they were called. Those are called the doozers, right? Gotta watch out for them. Gotta take care of them doozers. They're adorable. They weren't eating. Who was eating the structures? The Fraggles weren't. Yeah. I don't think it was Fraggles that were eating the physical structures. Wasn't something else attacking the doozers? Certainly not the Fraggles. Certainly not. How do I get all of this? Oh, so hard. Boom. All right. Back to business. Sorry, trying to fit every single thing on one screen. I just did. Okay. Dozers? Is it the dozers or doozers? Dozers makes me. You know? Do. All right. So let's get with it. Here we go. We're much centered right there. Doozer. So Google it, Talia. How do you spell it? Google Fraggle Rock and type dozers and see if it changes it to doozers. Go for it. I'm busy. I'm busy earning a living, Talia. I think I tried to set a thing where if I do scream, it should block it out beyond a certain decibel. It won't let it go past like a certain one. Ah! Yeah, I think, see, it keeps it low. It doesn't let it go into the red. So I added that to make the sound good, right? Structures that are clearly looking work to build their building. I don't know. I think that they might have had, there might have been different characters on Fraggle Rock that did that. It is Doozer. All right, ding, ding, ding. Me for the win. I'll take it every time. So the Doozers were adorable. I remember the Doozers very much. Right? Here's where my rice is going to be. Here we go. Get on board Frank's live stream where you watch him draw hundreds of grains of rice. I mean, I should just make that the title. Like, oh, I'm going to draw 1,000 grains of rice. I really bet that would get some eyes more because it sounds different. I don't know why. Like, is that a thing? Like to be like, wow, this guy's going to draw 1,000 grains of rice. Would that be in the title? Right? The old excitement. The excitement never starts. Let's I'll jump right to, I mean, what's more, I mean, oh, because lettuce is more exciting. What's the difference, right? I'm drawing a delicious dish, right? It's gonna have lots of different little shapes on it that represent all the shapes of the things. Let's get, oh, See, tons of lettuce over here. See, there's just gonna be tons of lettuce. And I'm trying to look to where I can get a taco shape. Really, like, not. You know, this one is gonna be sideways, like it would be this. Here's your first taco. And they're gonna fan up, kind of faking out some of this. But I could put some of this, and then you'd have another taco. That one's kind of almost bird's eye view. Right, so this one would be like that. That's the inside of that one. Then you're almost going to have one that is straight up regardless. Big. They get to be that big. Right? Because there it is like that. There's your taco shell. Right? Sometimes there's a way to do it, just like the room I drew. Let's draw that. Right, so there's a hollow taco shell in a way, and then I'm going to fill it up. Now you look it up. Do they eat the structures? The Fraggles don't eat things like that. They're the good guys. The Fraggles wouldn't eat it. Would they? Maybe they would. What do I know? I could swear. I could swear. They did. There was an episode where they would change the flavor to see what the Fraggles will eat. Okay. Radishes and doozer structures were the Fraggles' favorite villages. Wow, look at that. That's ridiculous. I did not know that that's what the Fraggles did. Why would they destroy the homes of the little doozers? That seems pretty upsetting. But then again, what do I know? All right, we'll do that one like that. And this shell's got to come up, cover that a little. So that one is like that, right? Fairly. Okay, so it's like that. You get lost in these lines a little. All right, so if that taco's coming to here, right, and does that, then I'll have to draw this exact kind of thing again. This is the bottom of that taco. Here's top of it. Right, there we go, right? And we would have another one doing relatively the same thing, except this one is certainly more like standing upright. It's a little more tradish. I want them to look more fanned, because this one just looks like this one's up and these two are stacked on one another. It's quite a perspective challenge drawing the inside of a taco that's real. Again, look how confusing this image is, right? So, no, if the Fraggles didn't eat the structures, the doozers ran out of space to build. Oh, so they were helping them. Okay, so they were helping them. Fascinating. So look, this is what I'm trying to do. See this? I'm going to draw this taco. And then you see there is another taco hidden in here. And there's a bird's eye view taco. See, that's kind of some of the challenge of this one. Because this is not a bird's eye view dish anymore. You know? And I don't really want it to do much more than go down further than that, you know? So that is some of the challenge here. It is a bird's eye view. So this would be like trying to make that the top one. We would have one almost just kind of see right in this. Like it's almost just a sliver, right? Trying to look through. Like you really only see like this line of the taco shell. You know, like I'm drawing a taco shell. That's how thin it is. And you would see inside of it like that. Okay, there's that one, and then there's this taco, and this is going to be that one. I don't know about you guys. I'm just sitting here doing this. Hey, hang on. Drawing camera. You gotta keep me honest. Remember, if you catch me where I'm off the page or doing something, you gotta look up some of these alert things so that you can make something happen. Maybe I can make a sound. So there's the first taco. You can see this one is like bird's eye view kind of taco. You just see the two thin things there, and then this would be kind of taco on the side. I don't know about you guys. You know what's funny is I'm about to make a joke, but it's true, right? I was gonna say this is looking. I don't know about you guys. This is looking a little Georgia O'Keeffe-ish. What do you guys think? Family friendly, Talia. This is art. This is art. But I guess that's why they do call. They call it the taco sometimes. Family friendly. Keep it family friendly. So funny. My goodness. All right, well, let's make this not look that way as much as we can. All right, so let's look back inside over here. All right, so we're going to draw our first taco here and really just illustrate it. Like, you know, like in the third dimension. There it is, and then it would do this. You know, and then that's its how thin. But I know, I probably should. I mean, I could probably just do the 3, because this does look a little like too much, right? I think, you know what? I think it is. Let's just do it. Let's do a dose. We're going to do a dose. Because this one will be on its side, so you can kind of see in it. Right? This one will be on its side. It would go like this. Right, so you'd see that, like that's taco. That might even be a little bit of a thick of a tortilla, but you know, I'll make sure that that's that. And then I'm just gonna draw like a regular taco on its, you know, just doing its thing, just like that, and it would be, and maybe come out a little bit to here. Right? Maybe this guy should be moved over a little more and be not so dead center. I'm all about my center, you know, composition, but then you don't want to be a maniac with it. Like where it's like this plate centered, that taco centered. Start to look like a family crest of the Chihuahua from Taco Bell. I'm gonna be careful. Right? Yeah, 3/4 is probably definitely better. Because again, I don't know. It's like this is something that you do sometimes, right? You're just too literal. Like, yeah, I'll just do 2. Like, I'm just being too literal, right? Like, I don't need to draw exactly what this is. Let's draw, you know, let's draw a summation of what this is. Okay? So you think just 2 standing up, 2 laying on the side instead of 3, 3/4 perspective, right? And no one wants just one taco. Again, the point is, like, this is a dish that they sell, so it is like, oh, I'd like to put 3 because that's what you get, but then also that's it's a little literal. You know, I probably don't got to worry about it that much. You know, it's a bit literal. All right, so we're gonna do one like that, and that'll go to there. All right, and is on its side. And then this one. Oh, right, I was gonna make this one shorter. Let's make it shorter. And actually, it does look already better shorter, you know, because this is the shape right there. That taco shell's too big. Sitting here, we're just gonna make that shell. This is why it's good to hang out. I need advice. It's always good to get drawing advice. I appreciate it. So this one will be kind of 3/4. Right, my rice is going to go to here-ish because my toppings are going to go to here-ish. I'll make sure there's enough for rice. Rice will be all over here, right? Yeah, that's better, right? This is an appetizing. That's a much more appetizing dish. Right, I don't have to be literal, right? Sometimes you forget, okay? Like, we'll see. We'll see. Because I want to keep it tight. I want these plates still kind of full. Like, I think this looks all right. You know, the scale's probably a little off because they're probably smaller, you know, technically. But I'm trying to embiggen things, to embellish them. We'll move this plate down. That'll be the plate's bottom line for sure. All right. You know, and again, I could also just make them a bit more cartoony. Like I am just going, I want them to look anime food, which is very real illustrated food. I could just make them like more cartoony, but no, I want them to look really, I want them to look real. That's some of the point. All right, but whatever. I mean, here you go. So now you do. Some of that. You get these dots in there. We're going to get this thin line. And this thin line. There we go. Because that's what it is. That's why they serve them like that. What do you mean? I'm looking at their thing. It's what do you mean? I'm not stacking them. I'm not stacking them one and another like they put 3 next to each other. I've gotten tacos where it is usually they're just kind of laying next to each other. So this one would be probably more laid down than anything, you know. But they were doing it the way they were doing it, and then it's like, oh, let's just fake one out and do it this way. Again, pretty sure that this looks just fine. Like, what do you mean by they'd be facing the same way? They are facing the same way. Like, one is up a little bit now, but that's what we just said was going to be our artist's privilege to just make that decision. What do you mean? Then this? Because we're also looking for coloring book pleasing. Is some of it. Like, I don't want to draw the two. I've never been served tacos that are both standing up. You know? So it's either I'm going back to drawing the other one down, because what do you want? Like, what's your opinion? It's one or the other. Like, what's more symmetrically aesthetic? This second one would then be on top of this, but that's what we just said we're not going to do, because we're going to move and do it differently. Wouldn't be facing the other thing. I think I'm just going to put it up. I'll try to put it on a lean, maybe. You know, that's probably a little better that it's on a lean. And a little closer together like they would be like right there instead of being that far apart. But yeah, they're going to be a smidge apart so that they're not perfect. Because again, perfection is a problem with stuff like that. What's the reference? The reference picture is brutal. Right? It's that. See, they're 1, 2, 3. One's down, one's up, because they fan them. Okay, see, they're going in a fan. Right? So one is down, one is then laying on that one, and then this one's laying on that one. This is kind of perfect bird's eye view. A 45-degree angle, flat. So we got rid of one. We're kind of going to pretend that this one's not here. So this one's still kind of propped up a bit, and this one's the one laying down on the plate. That's the idea. Oh, okay, because I'm blocking on my avatar. Okay? Got this one that's laying down. one that's kind of, see that? That's the second one in the middle. That's at a 45-degree angle. On this one, that's up, right? Got one doing this, then that, then that. That's how they serve tacos. Okay? So what we're doing is we got one flat and then one up. You know, maybe I should just try to draw the three. Not just, you know, not do it. Right? Is that good enough? Can I want me to switch back to the other thing? It's a lot of stuff. You know? That's not even fun to color. A kid wouldn't know. Right? But, you know, that's some of the whole thing. Okay, so still just do two? Okay. All right, so we got the one lane there. You know, I mean, I might be able to just sneak the other one in like this, where you would just see. I'm not, you know what? Let's still try it. Let's try the third. Let's try the three. I'm gonna try it still. All right, so that's that one. Be doing that. There's an angled one, right? And then this one would be, yeah, so there we go. There's our, yeah, but it does start to get like kind of a mess in there. Again, there's gonna be a little filled up. So there's two, and that's a third. Come like that. And then again, it starts looking very vaginal. So let's go with the deuce. I think that's also why we're going to do that. Because otherwise it does just, there's a lot of lines in there. Just do two, flat one, and then one leaning towards us at 3/4. Right, so let's go back to that. Okay, good idea. All right, so we've moved him over there. He's back. Let's shorten him up again because that's a long taco. A long taco. Here we go. And then try to do this one. There we go. Now just fill them up. And I think, again, I should probably fill them up with a bit less stuff, right? Okay? Another perspective will show a good way of presenting. All right, you show me, all right? Up. So who's got the hammer? Time to drop the hammer, Tizzo. We got to drop that hammer. Hammer time. Let's go. Get it done. See what I'm talking about? Get it done. Or do you not see that stream chat, Tiz? Let's go hit refresh. Got multi-stream. Tally on that one. Right? But you go to that Twitch stream, hit refresh. Do this as well. Hang on. Boom. Boom. That might populate now, which as it should. Sometimes you got to go back to that. Boom. Exactly. Do do do. No. And thank you. Boom. Drop that hammer. Drop it. I love it. Somehow in there now. Out of here. What have I done? A menu that will not go away now. Sorry. Because I tried to open that up to do it, but now it's X. Thank you. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Roll away. Yes. That was the right. Exactly. Boom. Drop the hammer. Yes. Boom. That's what you gotta do. I gotta make special effects for when things like this happen, buddy. All right. So good. Do. All right. So there we go. This taco goes to there. This one goes out to there, which means it overlaps a little bit over there. I like this. It's pretty close to how they present it. You can send me a photo if you feel like it, and we'll see if we need to do it. All right. We got rice will go to about here. I'm going to add their little tomatoes there. This will all be lettuce. Lettuce. Okay. Now let's start. Let's detail these a bit. Get these taco shells. Because I think these are in. I think this is it. Right? So we do this. That's like meat. All right, and tons of lettuces. That. And then tomatoes that are just kind of cubes. Right, and then you do just little poofs. That's kind of like the meat. Let me see. Yeah, that's 3 stacked, right, but they're laying a bit more on top of one another. Because I think this is like you get that one and then you get the classic taco. These look like the mouths of the Ninja Turtles, right? You do them like that. Like I think we're doing that one like that, but even this is still the same problem, I think. It's just still this same like, oh, you know, this one's now at a 45-degree angle and this one's bird's eye view, right? So, like, I don't know, I think let's keep it cartoony a bit. Like, let's do the one laying down like they come and like they're showing here. And then we do the straight up standing taco. You know, I think it's good. And then here's all the rice, here's all the extra stuff. And we'll get things moving along on the old menu. And I'll make sure these all have very defined lines when I do the coloring, or the inking rather, you know? I actually really love drawing food. It's pretty fun. Like again, you'd think I would just do these things. Like, oh, let's just draw food for fun. Like, I don't know. I'm always just so busy. You know how it is, guys. I always got to make sure every moment is kind of accounted for. I'm gonna live an honest living, doing this nonsense that I do. All the nonsense. Now, I'm still gonna put like some dotty cheeses. You know, there's still the cheesy crumble on it. Whatever that stuff is. What is all that white stuff? Right? I gotta earn that buck. Earn a buck. Right? And that's why this has been great. Because again, it feels like double dip. And look, again, we're hanging out. We're not hanging out. I'm certainly having more fun doing it like this, where here's you guys. You certainly just helped me a bunch. Fun to brainstorm. Right? Solve problems, give me options, and then there you go. We solve this. And again, how long would it have taken me to maybe do that, Talia? Sometimes I'm just too literal, like, oh, maybe let's make it 2. You know? Avoid I'm offended because this looks like a vagina problem on my kids menu. Don't want that. Don't want that. This is a good gig. Right? And then we're going to get some of those cheeses there. I'll make the cheese, like, they kind of look like little popcorns, this specific cheese. What type of cheese crumbly is this, Talia? You guys know? I have no idea. Like, you got this crumbly white cheesy that they put on stuff. What is it? Yeah, what type of cheese? Okay. What type of cheese is it? I don't know what type of cheese is. Like, give it a minute. Mexican cheese. Okay. I guess that is just sometimes they call it. You buy a bag of Mexican cheese. But isn't that like a mix of like cheddar, Monterey, and this thingy? I don't know. All right, and then there was like a little radish on it. Cool. See if I could do that somewhere. That'll look a little weird. It's not gonna go there, that's for sure. Little circles and poof lines. I don't know, it looks pretty good. I think I'd eat that taco. That's a pretty good taco. All right, it's getting near the edge of that plate. These leaves. Put some leaves on it. There we go. And there's your beans. All right, you just got to draw like shades of little, you know, it just needs like, oh, that's a pile of mush. Mushy lines. And then like half an oval every once in a moment. And you got a pile of refried beans. Mushy mush. Mushy mush. All right? Sally knows her cheese. It's Oxka? That's the Japanese wrestler I was telling you about. Oxaka? Oax? I have no idea. All right, but it looks delicious. Delicious. Let's get back to the beans. Full of beans. That's me. And just some dots. All right, there you go. I don't know if that looks as appetizing as I want it to look. We'll see. We'll see if I make. I only like refried beans mixed with like, you know, these situations. Like, oh, it comes with some beans. Okay, I'll dip my taco into those when I take a bite, you know? But it's not like, oh, please give me a bunch of refried beans with these tortilla chips and whatever. I can't get enough. Like, nope. I agree. But I don't like black beans. Usually that's the option. Do you want refried beans or like black beans? And I'm like, refried beans. You know, or I would rather have no beans. What do you think of that? I'd maybe rather have no beans. Hold the beans. Right? Wild. What a concept. All right, let's get some of this rice. Here we go. It's a rice off. I really should have said I'm drawing 1,000 grains of rice. People would stop on the stream for that. That's like a clever title to do it that way. That's that clickbait. That's that clickbait. And that's the thing. Oaxaca. Oh, thank you. You had already written that. Oaxaca cheese. Excellent. Thank you so much. I'm fascinated. It's good. It's good cheese. Good cheese. I'll draw more Oaxaca cheese. Get on there. More dots on a tortilla for sure. Here we go. Lots of dots. Dots and skinny lines. That's how things look detailed. Far more dots. And again, I don't have to dot those dots. That's what inking is for. There we go. Now that long grain. Get that long grain rice. Get it done. There it is. Do-do, do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. See, we had beans with your, when did we have beans at your house, Talia? We had beans at Christmas or something with one of those dishes. And your mom likes the burnt rice that gets stuck to the pot. I forget what it's called. So uncultured. For random little rice. Look at me go. And this is the point. I used to, if I was doing this in the other room, not on a live stream, I'm doing this and I'm miserable. I'm like, I don't have the patience for it. Like, I would just get so bent out of shape. But now, because it's like, oh, we're hanging out, I'm making content, I'm just blathering on, or I'm talking to my friends, and gotta do this, gotta do that. It's like it doesn't bother me one bit. Like it's content. And again, if I did change this to be like, I'm drawing 1,000 grains of rice today, it'd get tons of hits. So pretty funny. I gotta keep it random. Like this rice looks pretty random, and then I started getting a patterny here. You don't want to get patterny. You want to keep it random directions, otherwise it looks like flower petals or something like that. Dun, 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 dun. I like an audience, right? That's the point, right? Right? I thought the rice gets burnt to the side of the pot. What are you talking about? It's crunchy rice, crispy rice, whatever it was. Right? Yeah, crunchy. Right? I like an audience because this counts as hanging out. Believe me, if we, you know, even if we were in the same room doing this, Talia, I'd be like, man, it's the live streaming. I love doing the live streams because this to me feels like it has more purpose. You know, it's just getting that content. Again, I unlock some achievements, right? Oh, stream for more than 20 hours in a week. Boom. Or in 30 days, rather not in a week, right? Do this in more than 30 days, do that. So I'm putting in the time, it's good. And all that time, so Talia, how's the sound tonight? Did you notice the sound being better or crisper or anything compared to what it's been? Because I moved the microphone and I changed it and changed a few settings on stuff. And your brother said it sounds pretty good. But I want to see it like from a perspective of before and after. Like, how's it sound? Because I added a mute thing. Oh, much better. Okay, great. I added a mute thing so you shouldn't hear, like, I'm not even sure if you could hear the music or not much. Yeah, because I see it, like, I hear the music, right? And I can see that it's not moving any of the microphone, like, dials. Like, at all. There it is, a little. Okay. What's it? Oh, how do you mean drop an F-bomb? Because again, I had a sense of the cursing. And that's kind of all cursing. So what do you mean by drop an F-bomb for real? Like, what do you mean? How does one? Do. Refresh me with whatever we were talking about. All right, let's fill this taco up now. We'll have like, a few separate things. We gotta get them tomatoes. Those are the cube shapes, right? It'll have some of that lettuce sticking out. That lettuce. There's that meat. Dots. Right? Tomato. Cheese. That huacahua cheese. Right? What is this song? That's funny. This is the song we used for the THT marathon thing. That's hilarious that this came on. Because that was like a year ago, almost exactly, that we debuted THT TV, the telethon I was doing with. Okay. Look at the pops up with the panda, and then it shows a picture of a bomb. Okay, so, right, that's you can put little pictures there to pop up, or anything there. Right? Oh, Talia's medicine's starting to hit. There you go. So that's just a graphic that pops up. And even that I was thinking of like, just because I had it when I was setting things up, I was thinking of getting rid of that because I don't really use the F-bomb much anymore. It's just that I had it, because again, what's that mean? Like it was a good fun logo for Pissed Off Panda stuff, but now it's this. Now that said, the streams are gonna, I just got to be me a bit on these Twitch streams. And that's just it. Like, again, I made a Georgia O'Keeffe reference, like, And if I do specifically, like, this one's extra clean and I'm extra on, specifically, this is a comic bookmobile stream, that'll be the one that's streamed to the comic bookmobile page and the comic bookmobile YouTube. And those ones I'll really care about being, like, straight-laced, clean, and everything's just fine, and I have a specific kind of goal. Maybe it's more of a show. Whereas with these, I got to be kind of loose, but I did have to turn off the cursing, you know? And there is a way to maybe make something like that interactive and change this stuff for sure. You know, there's tons of it. Like again, like if you want, if you want to do it, right, Tizzo, go look up how you do Magic 8 Ball in the chat, and you might. I think I did a Magic 8 Ball like app that you can ask a Magic 8 Ball a question, but you got to type it in a certain way, and then like it works. Like that's a thing. There's another thing. Like there's a way to do games. There is a game show overlay that I have and a game show app I installed to just do a full trivia game show. You know, so that's really fun. But none of that's going to really work until like I'd really have to plan like, yo, you got to be there to hang out and play. Well, I always used to say, oh, is Lizzie here? Where's Lizzie? I don't see Lizzie. Tell Lizzie I miss her face. Well, where is Lizzie? You got a multi-stream? Oh, am I just looking at Twitch stuff? Am I not seeing other people? I didn't see anyone. Oh, there's Lizzie. Me. In and out. Doggos are playing bitey face. What's up, Lizzie? How are you? Look at my tacos. Nice dish of tacos. Oh, baby. Coming out so good. So, Lizzie, I was actually going to, if you're still there, I was actually going to suggest the other night when I was talking to you quick, when you popped on, if you would do Twitch. Because you can multi-stream, but it would be too much to do. But then I was thinking, no, you know what you should do is you should do your live sales show, and I'm sure it's already hard enough one day a week maybe is the thing. But I'd be like, maybe you do one day it's a Twitch show, and the next day is the Facebook show, or vice versa. You get it? This way you can attack two platforms, and you'd probably get different people because this thing's also set up for like shopping and things like that. I don't know. It's something later, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like if Facebook's working great, like then don't worry about jumping on other stuff and trying to build the whole thing, because it's a lot of work to get the Twitch going, you know. But it is what it is. So, in the stream or no. So I've thought of that with the F-bomb thing, you know. Again, when you're trying to brand a thing and get people to be like, hey, redefine this. Like I'm already doing it with BFF, right? Oh, I'm your best Frank forever. You have no idea how many people still type best friend forever. It's as if they don't read it. The F-bomb thing, I say, oh, it's because I'm the other, my name was the F word you weren't allowed to say at the radio station was a time like I was the F word. Or F-bomb, you know, it was that. Like it would stand for Frank. It was a Frank bomb, right? But everyone just looks at you like you're an asshole. No one's going to accept it. F-bomb's an F-bomb. Oh, no, on this channel, F-bomb means this. You know, like, I've tried to, I like just using the Frank concept of things. Like, I've already made logos for that. Oh, a Frank moment, a Frank explanation, a Frank this and that, let me be Frank. Like, I even have logos for those, like, as if they are different segments, much in the way that you're talking about, where you try to use that for a thing. But F-bomb was really, and again, I have it tattooed on me, for goodness sakes. Like, you know, but it ain't like I'm getting rid of it, but you know, it's certainly that where you don't want to force and say, oh, this is what an F-bomb is on this channel, here's what it means, and blah blah. Let me drop an F-bomb, because then again, still, it's still that. Oh, what's the joke? You know, and I'm still your BFF. I'm still trying to do the family friendly. So even just having it there, I'm just gonna get rid of it at some point. Like that's not there to stay at all, because no, I just got to get rid of it. You know? Oh, I should put like a lump of sour cream here, right? They do like, it'd be like a lump of something that's like good looking. Right? That would go there-ish. Some sour creamy, and I'll put a little couple chives on it. Boom. But yeah, you know, there are a bunch of like different ways to do all this stuff. You know, and I do, and I even have all those logos already made, so I'll integrate them as I move on and figure out what I'm doing with it. So, and I even do want to talk about that because I'm having a tough time like setting a schedule, right? It's just hard. You're committed now to a part-time job, but you're your own boss type of thing for real. And I committed to 10 p.m. at nights when I'm doing my live stream every night. And this way, if I want to start earlier, I can just start earlier, and I'll be on at 10 already. You know, but when do I do like, okay, this time every week I do the toy stuff. I open a toy. At this time every week I do this, you know, and I've got to make the decisions about doing that. But I keep learning a lot that even that is not the best idea. Like I might have a tough time building an audience, building a certain type of audience to a degree because I'm doing these art streams, right? And you know, they're not exactly growing the fastest because remember, we're here for entertainment. These are chill. They're kind of boring in a way, like, you know. And I've had strangers hang out, stick around, but you're here to be entertained. You're here to watch someone play a gun game, and mostly a lot of people are on here for the gaming. So, you know, people pop in and it's like, this ain't. Are they really gonna hang out and watch an art stream? So, you know, and I will from time to time. I'll watch another art stream. That's kind of the idea. Like that to me is the fun and the appeal of it, right? Oh, I like Sanctuary. That's funny. And it's true, Talia. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. They say that it's kind of bad advice to have your computer in the same room as your bedroom. It's not supposed to work in the same spot as your bedroom. That's even in your like taxes and stuff. If you're trying to claim space that you work on your taxes, if there's a bed in the room, you're not allowed to claim it. You're not allowed to claim that space. So, and it's just good mental health to separate where you work from where you rest. Now, this is I chill and watch TV in this room. I work over here. And it's true. It's a psychological thing, right? Right, because you're in the house and whatever. You getting the sanctuary is going to help you work because you're in there. That's what it's. You know, the same way that Twitch has been a destination for me to be like, okay, it's time to draw. It's time to do this stuff. You know, I'm really happy with how this came out. So there we go. We're already there's plate 1. Looking good. Ready for ink and ready to be colored at some point by children. All right. Now let's find the second plate. Maybe this one won't be as much of a chore. All right. Where's my photos? There's that guy. Next one was going to be this one. It's going to be a little bit in the front. This I feel like is a little. Right. You've got all these fruits. Sour cream with that. This one I can kind of draw the way that it is, but I am gonna play with this so it looks a little fuller. This is they took this photo. This is their plating for their thing, so that is what it is. Do you think that this will look? I have to make this look different. I'll make it look different. I gotta make that sure that looks like not a taco shit. And the chat isn't good. So hard. Right? It does look amazing, right? So, especially since you're networking on the platform already and visiting other streamers to interact with them. Right, that's what you got to do. Make it look flop, exactly. That's what you got to do. You got to interact. Like, it's not just about me doing this. Like, I have to go make friends on this thing. Comment on other people's stuff, which is hard. Because there are other things you do, right? Is it your first instinct to go watch a stranger? And, you know, or go watch on The Office in the background again. Or podcast. Right? That's the idea. Oh, that's because, sorry, I moved over here. Microphone. Come on around. Swing around, microphone, you fool. All right? So, there we go. That's the thing is that is the challenge. You have to be engaging. That's why even when there's one viewer or 0, you just talk. So maybe you're telling a fun story or a funny joke when someone pops in. It's not just dead silence. And later you're doing... You know, people are watching my streams later and subscribing then or following then. So that's possible, you know, because remember, everyone's on demand. So that's that's a big part of all this too, is some people don't understand that you're doing stuff, it's recorded, it all counts. I could have said something really smart on here at some point where we talked about something. I was like, wow, that was great. Cut out that 3 minutes or even that 30 seconds of a funny joke because that counts. YouTube is begging for 30-second clips. So everything is like, everything's really, you know, it all stacks. So I'm glad that's just such a motivator to be on here. Like that's the best part. But, and then again, I had an abandoned Facebook. I'm still kind of getting people from Facebook because I paid for the multi-stream and it's worth it. Being able to stream from the phone, already worth it for that. Being able to get all the overlays, worth it for that. So, you know, that's a big part of growing and doing all this. And always being patient. I'm not in a rush. You know, it's fine. Because again, I do have the plan where this thing's going to change quite a bit. Oh, so let me get back to that concept that I was telling you about. So you see I'm doing art streams, it's not going to grow a ton. I'm not going to get a lot of strangers. It's a very small audience for art, let alone what it is, right? So when I start doing the gaming, my main game is going to be Beat Saber, right? And hello. My main game is going to be Beat Saber. So they tell you in the streams, like, but here's the thing. If you're playing Beat Saber, you can't just turn on, like, Creed Rise to the Thing the next day. Because you're going to confuse, oh, I wasn't here for that. I'm not even a fan of that game. I thought you were playing Beat Saber. So what you have to do is, you really got to jam on a game for like a month, and then you introduce a new game and try to bring people over to that new game. And the thing is, that game should be similar. Because there's like a rhythm game and a bass game. Like there's a few different types of games and that are similar to Beat Saber. Because again, your Beat Saber audience they're not there for Creed. So if you try to transition, it's a completely different game. They might not follow you. Now you might find an amount of people that will follow you no matter what out of it, but you're going to lose a lot because they are there for that game. They're a fan of, let's say, Fortnite, right? Minecraft. Those are the two #1 games on this streaming thing. I'll never play those games. But they have 30,000 viewers and fans and huge communities for that. So there are ways to get in and do it in like a clever, smart, statistical way. I watched a video, one example is a kid noticed that Pokemon, one of them, Gold, Shield, something, had a lot of fans, but no one was playing the game except one guy. That one guy had thousands of viewers. So he's like, you know what? He starts playing that game, and sure as anything, when that guy would be done streaming for the day, all those people would go into this dude's game stream. So he would have hundreds of viewers real quick. And then you stick to that game. So that's what you got to do. So me doing drawing, and then I'm going to try and do, what's it? So me doing the drawing, and then I'm going to try and do, me doing the drawing, and then me trying to do like, oh, and then I'm doing Beat Saber, and then I'm going to do a toy show, and then I'm going to do this is technically perhaps not the best. Okay? Like it's true. You know? What is it? Hello. Oh, Raul's here. What's the scoop? See? Chat froze. Okay? Woo! So Raul looks yummy. Now she wants a burrito. Raul's here. How's it going, Raul? Dropping hammers, I think. I'm not sure. Right, in and out dog goes, yeah, that was a while ago. Sorry. So yeah, I'm refreshing chats because chat's freezing. But hooray. Yeah, my cat's not over there. Where's my floppy tacos? Boom. So doing the streams, the way that I'm doing them, it is partly about I have to then really take my own advice, and it is like then you got to sit down one day a week and go re-edit the titles, tag them correctly, okay, right? And then, yeah, see, there you go, Talia. You see, it's a pain in the butt. And I don't know why the chats don't all show up. Like, again, that might be a thing that I might have unconnected. Am I getting weird emails now? I'll tell you what, also, since doing Twitch, it sucks because now I get random emails, random tweets and texts. Like, putting yourself out there and people somehow get messages and algorithms find you. You know, it's so gross. So, I don't know, I kind of hate it. All right, so let's make this floppy guy. There's a big floppy, right? Fun floppy shape. So we got that floppy shape. Comes to about there. And then this floppy shape's going to go over the dish a little. Right? And come around. That guy's a little... I got to fit this other guy. I got to draw this one. Oh, it's because the image is even cut off the page. And the photo, it's falling off the plate, which that's just not the best... That's not the best layout for your delicious foods. Ask Tizzo, he knows the deal. Okay? So here's the thing. All right, go ahead. So you create a Beat Saber audience. They get to know you and their mannerisms, or on a new game, new type of streaming game, or switch over, go back, depending on what the audience is gravitating to. Okay? So I know there has to be a way to see all the chats, Taya. I agree. Right? But that's what it is, dude. So again, I'm watching all these videos from all these different people giving advice. This is how it works. That is how it works. And again, people are fans of the game. And imagine it's a show. Imagine it's Beat Saber the show, and now I'm a new character on that show, right? then I stop playing Beat Saber after a month and a half because I'm done with it and I want to play a new thing. Not everyone's going to gravitate over because they're there to watch that show, not this character on the show. You know? So that part of it is something to consider. Is that no matter what, when you change games, you will lose 70% of something. They all say it. It's just a fact. That's it. You have to be fun and charming and all that stuff too. Just have whatever audience and they'll stick with you. But that is a smaller percentile on Twitch than you would think. Right? So these are just facts. So I'm wondering now, at some point, you have to grow into what is known as what I'm going to be, a variety streamer. Right? So I do feel this. Here's my thing. My perspective on it is if I play Beat Saber every whatever at the same time. Okay, let's pretend I'm going to play Beat Saber Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All right, and I do that at 6 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But then I also have a live stream, a drawing scheduled at 10. That's completely normal and fine. You know, I think it's just about keeping them schedules really more than anything, where it is like, it's always, hey guys, it's Beat Saber here every Tuesday, Thursday. That's when I play Beat Saber, right? And then if you feel like jumping on and just playing Beat Saber, and that's fine too. Not a big deal. But you should have your schedule and stick to a schedule. Every single person says to, oh look, I have Natalia and Zombie Talia. I'll figure out a way to do that, Talia. I'm sure there is a way. We'll figure it out on how to do see all of the streams in the chat. But what happens with this is it is that fact. So my art audience will not be my Beat Saber audience, you know? But again, I think my appeal for doing all this stuff and my goal is like, no, I am going to get some sort of fan audience because every week we have a radio show no matter what, you know? And that is always going to be Saturday night, 9 o'clock. So again, I think that it doesn't matter if whatever I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, people know, oh, on Saturdays I listen to this radio show. Like, it doesn't matter if they never watch any other stream, but they like the show. So everyone's just saying you need organization and you need a schedule. And that's what it's going to be, you know? So if I wanted to do different games, it's, you gotta commit them to different days, to really a different schedule, you know? So that's going to be something that I'm really going to absolutely pay attention to, you know, and really, again, because I just really want to do a lot of nonsense too. Like, again, wake up and make eggs. Like, oh, was that on the schedule? No, but now I feel like being a maniac. Gonna watch me eat eggs. We're gonna talk about this because I feel like talking about this. Who cares, right? So that's some of the fun of this too, is that, you know, you really, at the same time, I'm in it for the long haul. Where it is like, well, you can't lose, you know, because they're giving you some of these tip videos are like, so you don't quit. And I'm like, oh, don't worry about that. That ain't ever going to be a problem. You know, I'm long haul. So it's going to be fun. You'll be surprised when I think one of the things I become known for are fitness streams. And I'm not even lying. Like, because I'm going to do all this fitness. Like I really am with Beat Saber and all that stuff. And I'll try and even theme it like that, like make it all super nerdy and funny and over the top. But that's going to get me some different attention in like the fitness channels and stuff. Because I bet I can motivate people to do a lot of great stuff like that. Motivating people to draw or motivating people, whatever. Fitness is different. People like working out together. Let's watch this guy and work out together. You know, that's fun. So we'll see how that goes. Because I'll be doing that Beat Saber and any other exercise. Night, Talia. Tried typing a sentence a whole lot of times, but gibberish, and she needs to skeep. All right, well, she needs to skeep, everyone. That's how it is. Love you, Talia. I'll see you tomorrow. Wrestlemania Radio. It's coming at you. I can't wait. It's exciting. Okay? So that's it. So yeah, exactly, Tiz. That's what I'm saying. Like, no matter what, I'm going to be building a core audience. For every single thing I do, that core audience is probably going to be about, hopefully, 15% or 20%. 15% of the drawing people will watch those Beat Saber games. 15% of those Beat Saber people will watch me draw, you know, and are just fans of me being a nut, which I'm good at. So we'll keep that going because, again, who's not going to be a fan of this nut wearing a gorilla suit doing Beat Saber. Like, everyone's a fan of that. Who doesn't like that, right? So that's going to be fun, you know, because there's a lot more to my streams than just like, hey, I hope this. Like, I plan on being pretty entertaining, you know? So I was really like worried about setting a schedule or making a real schedule, because I'm going away in a little while, right? But well, that's the thing. Like, you only got to. I don't change the stream. It's just this one. Everything's on this one thing. So you only got to follow this one thing, and everything will pop on. You know, that is what it is. Like, you don't make different channels for each different event. Like, you're still growing the same stream, right? So it might be that you don't want to follow, but then you know what you do? What some people then do, because they are a fan of you, they'll pop in, they'll say, hey, yo, what up? I'm just going to lurk. And they will just have you on because they know that you having a viewer helps. Like, some of my friends pop on and I'll have a few people lurking, and just because, like, because they know that I need the views. And it helps an algorithm. If it's, oh, look, there's 6 people watching instead of 5, it's always better. So it's always good if you see me pop on, like, yo, even if you can't hang out, just lurk, you know, just do a little lurk. And then maybe you pop on every few minutes just to say something, or leave it on in the background real low, depending on what you're up to. Because that's what I do with a lot of these things. You know, is you do leave it on in the background and then you chime in. You know, I can't do that as much now. There is another thing you can do, but I don't know how it works, and I got to figure out my etiquette with it. Because a lot of people do talk about etiquette on live streaming. And there's the concept of hosting someone. Like, I can host my friend where his thing would play on my channel, right? Like, that's really cool and convenient that would happen and really help out. Because then, oh, any of my viewers might see, oh, Frank's got this guy up. What's he doing? This guy seems legit. All right, cool. Like, that's how you discover people. He's done that for me. And then some of his followers have absolutely followed me, right? And that's how, and when he's raided with 10 people, okay? Like, that's the thing, is that if I keep it funny and do some stuff, 9 of those people stuck around. I didn't keep all 10 of them, but 9 of them stuck around. There was one time we were raided with 5 people, and I just didn't react enough and didn't whatever, and just kind of kept drawing, and 3 of them were gone within 3 minutes, you know? So you gotta, like, be fun and make sure that people are there and engaged. And that's why when they show up, sound effects go off. You greet them all in the chat. You make sure you ask how they're doing, because you should be taking a genuine interest, because you're really growing a community. You're growing someone that wants to come back and hang out with you. So finding those channels as a Twitch viewer is a little difficult. As I was saying, like, you try to jump on Twitch and do it. I don't know. Is that better than watching the newest episode of, you know, your show or whatever, or the podcast that you want to listen to or whatever? There's only so much time in the day that I have for any amount of content that I take in. Because also I cannot, you know, I can draw and yak all day apparently, but sometimes I just can't sit and listen to things while I'm drawing or creating or doing something like this. Like, it has to be silent because it's just too much, you know? So I try to, you know, so that's part of it too. I can't be watching other people's live streams while I'm doing a creative thing because it's distracting, you know? So you got to find that time that you're free and you're going to eat food and have dinner and be like, all right, am I going to go watch, you know, something on Netflix, or am I going to go find a Twitch stream to watch and see if I, you know, and that's what it is. And then you hope that those people really care about you. Because if you show up consistently and whatever, then one day someone that they go, yo, this guy's popped up on my stream. He's definitely done that. He chimes in, he does this. When that person goes to leave one night and they see your stream, and they're going to dump 100 followers to you, you know? And then you got to do your best and with that opportunity to go, oh, boom, you're all the best. Thanks for hanging out. Yada, yada. This is what I do around here. And really give a rat's ass. Because before that guy showed up, he said, oh, let's go hang out with my best Frank forever. You'll see he does a lot of art. He'll do whatever. Let's go raid his channel, you know? And that is huge. Like, that's huge. But no one's going to do that if you don't do that for people in a different way. You can't do it for people because I don't have anyone to raid with, you know? And this is being broadcast on different. So yes, right now, and that's what Tally was talking about. This chat that I have that I can see, which is like again, I hit refresh on this, like let's go stream starting soon, drawing camera. Right? See how my graphics start to refresh again now? Over here, the ink is spilling, and the fence thing lit up again. And look, all the chats are back now. That had frozen again, and I don't know why that happened. It's just not consistent. There's everything Talia's saying. I think is that you as well? I can't see. But is your name in the chats too? I think I see. Or is it just up? And they just disappeared right now in front of our eyes. You saw it right now in front of our eyes. That chat disappeared. Right? I don't know why. Okay, and then there's on my end of things, I have this. So here's what I look at. I have this. This is just the Twitch stream, which I can't see any of the Facebook. That's why I was missing Lizzie before. I was only seeing Zombie Talia. Over the multi-stream, there's everybody and your Facebook folks too, right? And if YouTube people are watching, they'd be on here too. Okay, so that's what I see as I'm doing this. So I don't know why we watch this populate. We watch it populate, disappearing. It just disappeared right in front of our eyes, and that's a bummer. You want things to work. You know, why is my chat disappearing immediately? There it all is. There's emotes, there's emoticons, and then for some reason it's going to disappear. You know? So that's a bummer. But you just got to roll with the punches, which is why I'm not as worried about, man, you know the advice of don't worry about perfect? Like, it's like, don't be perfect. Like, just the concept of, like, you have to let go of perfection. Because there's no such thing really. Like I delayed the live stream because I was drawing the background and trying to prepare this and trying to learn this before I started this part of it and trying whatever. And the amount of errors that I have made, you cannot predict, that you can't plan for. If I really cared about like, and no, this stream was broadcast this, blah, blah. You gotta realize that so much of this is a drop in the bucket, dude. Like, so yeah, and by the way, see my tone, how it's like I'm talking to a group when in factuality I could just be talking to you like it's one-on-one. But you like talking to a group because this way later it has more future to it. It's more evergreen. But there's almost a different tone as opposed to being like, oh, you know, because I'd be more casual if I was just talking to you, Tizzo. Just like, I mean, you know, Tiz, you know how I am, blah, 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 blah. So the way you got to do it is this. Trust me, I read it. And it wouldn't be as like explaining your long form or, you know, like analytical and explaining how one does it like they're explaining it to a room, to a room of people asking like how this all works. You know? Because a lot of what I'm saying is just factual advice. And I like doing that because I like starting the stream and talking like this because it just helps me get through it. It'll be good for the archive later on when it's like, let's go look at my first few months of streaming and how bad they were now that I'm a big, great, good professional at this who's excellent, because that's what my future holds for sure. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Right? Yeah, the perfection is baloney, right? Okay? And the only way to accept that is it all working out perfectly, right? That's exactly right. So again, Tizzo writes, not in the stream, release the concept of perfection. It's the only way to accept that it's all working out perfectly. Well said. Well said. Right? Okay, that's exactly right. I remember watching something. The day you arrive is the day you were supposed to be there. So yeah, it's like, oh, I really want to start Twitch. I wish I'd started this earlier last year. Nope, there was no way I would have been able to do it. It's fine. The time that I'm doing it now feels right, you know, and that's why. So it's fine. You're never late. The day you arrive is the day you're supposed to get there. So I read that. I heard that somewhere on a great show, and that was good advice. It was just such a throwaway line, but it stuck with me. I go find us. Boom. Because that is it. And there's no way, again, you gotta release perfection because there's no way to be perfect because you're trying to describe something you don't know enough about in the idea of Twitch. Like, I didn't know anything about this stuff. I wasn't expecting to get attacked by bots. I wasn't expecting to get harassed by a troll who's sexually saying things at me. I wasn't prepared to, you know, oh, how do you change the bit rate? Oh, how do you, I was trying to do this over air. I moved my entire setup 3 times. So I'm hard lined into the wall. Like, all of these things you couldn't predict, you know, tons of them. And you just got to learn and go. As I've been saying, a lot of my, let's take a break. A lot of my, I forgot what I was going to, as I was saying. But, talking about that stuff, getting away from perfect. I don't know, I was going to just talk about something for a second and then switching cameras, right? What are you going to do? I just need to drink water. But all this stuff and oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I have not felt this way. I have not felt like this way about a creative project, honestly, in a long time. It reminds me of when I was learning Photoshop, where you're like, what? Oh, and that means that, which means that. Oh, okay, now this makes sense, right? That's what this has been. It's like, oh man, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that means that. And you're looking at a display, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, this controls that. That's what that means. Now I understand. Because sometimes you're looking at these things and you're not even registering it as a menu. It just looks like a word. I'm like, oh, that's a menu. And in that menu is this. Okay, then you got to remember it all. Oy. So it is all of that. It's been that, and that's been the challenge, but also part of it. Again, getting sound to work the other day, 9 hours. But now I know, right? And I want this to, and I know forever now, that's it, right? So that's the idea. So content creators, is what Tizo says, no, the balance of engagement with one is as important to engage with everyone, all in the same breath. It's true. So he was talking about what I was talking about before. But yeah, like this whole thing of doing this, I've not felt so much of like I'm really learning something and retaining it, and I'm excited to research it and learn more and follow through with eyes are on fire and follow through with everything. And then every day I've been hitting. Oh, I'm wearing my boring glasses. Oh, no wonder. Okay, do a test. Hang on, you do a test. I'll BRB because I'm wearing boring glasses. I do not. And back. All right. I got a beverage and good glasses, right? That's the point. No wonder. People got to pop on so they can see my glasses. That's what keeps the folks around. Yay. Oh, there's all the streamy things again. And then they're going to go away. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Multi-stream. Oh, those are still, yeah, those are mail. Okay. So 15 to 16 lag between sending and it's showing on the window you have. Second test. Okay. So that's interesting. On the window I have, like this window, the screen mirror, my window, like this one, or that window with the inks. You know, I wonder if it's set, because that did just fade out. Hang on. Chat box. Watch me. Let's see. Maybe I can fix this. Right? That's what it's supposed to look like. Visual settings. Failed to load settings. Retry. Jeez. Right? Show subscriber badges. Do this. Show that. Emotes. Background color is black. Hide messages after. That's why. Always show messages. You see? Yet again, we've learned a new thing so that we will always show the messages on the thing. And now what you gotta do, you gotta go do that in every one of these. You do that and always show messages, so it doesn't matter. Oh, look, and I think that is the, yeah, the ba 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 ba. And I picked Chunky as the font, I guess. I don't know. I liked, right? Oh, no, oh, that's an element. Oh, okay, Chunky's an element. All right, done, and then drawing camera gets one. Chat box, Chunky, make sure, always show messages. Okay, done. Now, okay, that my second test, the one with the ink. Okay, good. Well, now maybe they'll stay. So there you go. We learned another thing. Learned another thing. And you think it's just like, is this broken? Nope. It's a box you have to check. There you go. One time. So there we go. That's been plaguing me every stream. I get so annoyed. Oh my goodness. No, it shouldn't. Because now I set it to, it never disappears. It should just scroll on up and out of, and on to infinity. Oh, why is the default not that it's always there? That makes no sense. It's a chat. It's a chat. My goodness. That makes my day that we just fixed that. You have no idea. Like, so funny. Boom! We got, hang on a second. We got to celebrate. That makes my whole day. Oh my goodness. I almost put the wrong in. Woo! Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. I feel good. I feel good, Tiz. Yeah, it's a box you need to check. That's ridiculous. The default setting is that they disappear. Ridiculous. My word, I'm so annoyed. But now, not annoyed. I also wonder, if they stay in the replays now. You know, like that's the thing. Because no wonder they haven't been in the replays. And I'm like, oh, and I'm explaining what you're saying. Because it's not showing up in the chat. Or it's disappearing. Right? So I'm explaining what you're saying. Now it's like, you don't got to do that. And hopefully this is just, now the chat always pops up with everything. Not just, not just when I have it like screen mirror. Oh, I don't have it screen mirror right now. Not that chat. This chat. Like, fantastic. That makes my whole day. Okay? Ridiculous. All right? Yeah, no sponsoring. They don't get any money. That's right. Mystery beverage. Mystery beverage. They will now. I think they will now too. Isn't that great? Like, another problem solved. Right? Another problem solved. You don't gotta. I don't think you gotta. The sliding thing said 15 seconds, and I just said, oh, click. You saw it. So I'm pretty sure it's fine. Like, that's fantastic. Now, if I switch, if I do this is me on Twitch alone, right? And I can send an emote on Twitch, right? Let's go. I found a new thing. If you hover over a thing and just hit, here, look. So screen mirror, here's me and my little thing. If you hover over an emote and just hit enter, hit them there, enter, 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 enter. It throws them up there a bunch. Boom! There they all are. Fantastic. They show up there. That's great. But now that's the thing that it's trying to tell me. And then what are these different? Oh, boom. Fantastic. Okay. And that's what this is, right? You gotta slow and steady. You just gotta keep growing. That's why on these streams, people give up. They give up. This is hard. All right. All of this has been so difficult. It's not been the easiest thing. And I get a lot of help. Right? So, okay, so now you can see, look at my screen mirror. When I go back to multi-stream, I don't have the ability to type. All right? But if I jump over here, I can, and it does show up here. And everything isn't disappearing now because we clicked one box. Fantastic. Woo! I'll tell you, you know what else? I bought this big ass microphone, right? I should just get, and I got to buy them anyway. I should just get a lavalier, right? Because I just keep moving. I go over there, I go over there, I go over there. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. Like how much I should probably just buy a lavalier so that it's right here no matter where I am, you know? But you want a nice big microphone, don't you? Jeez. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I can return this. I think I've had it for long enough. Also, this should be in the front. I think I've had this for long enough. I can return it. And I don't want to return this fantastic microphone that I've wanted for a long time because you need it, right? But lavaliers might work better. Okay, because notice, like, I keep moving the microphone, and then I'm leaning back here and be like, blah, blah, blah. But, whatever. Anyway, this feels great. Well, okay, so, listen. All right, we've done almost 2 hours of drawing. I feel good about it. Let's take a look at it again. Fantastic. 2 plates. Lovely. All right, I just like hanging out. All right, so, do you want to see something? Do you want to see some of how you use all of this stuff and what I'm going to do tomorrow? So I paid for Streamlabs Prime. Hopefully me jumping around all this doesn't make anything crap out. All right, but that's the idea. And Streamlabs Prime gives you access to all this extra stuff. So I think these are alert boxes. These are themes, right? So themes are your overlays, right? And there's apps you can use too. So tomorrow is going to be Wrestlemania, and it's Pirate Wrestlemania. That's the theme. And we're going to do a radio show, so pirates always fit with radio as well. So that's a fun theme. So I want to make a pirate theme for tomorrow. So let's go over to the fancy thing and see if we can make a pirate theme for everything we're doing. Kaboom. So I should still be hanging out. You're watching that thing do its thing, right? Loading up. I think. Right? Stream's still on. See, I don't know if you're seeing any of this. So are you seeing any of this? Can you see me scrolling through? Because I had it on mirror mode, but now I went to this. Right? So I don't know what's being broadcast. I could check. I could go to YouTube myself. You know, boom, 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 boom. Because I'm curious. I'm curious. Right? That's from a moment ago. Right? So this is moments ago. And now, yep. All right, sweet. So you can see it. All right. So there we go. So see this? This is what this stuff looks like. You're getting themes and overlays. These are called overlays. Right? Awesome. So these are called overlays, right? So what these are is that there's package ones. These ones are package ones where Shard is one. Shard comes with, there's a widget theme of Shard. So that's all the other things. And then there's also a tip page. Okay. So I think I showed you my tip page once where it's on streamlabs.com, right? And I downloaded that where streamlabs.com/best, right? Just give me a bigger window so I know it's correct. Boom. All right, it goes to this, and here's my tip page that was automatically set up. People could do that, all that fun stuff. Probably have to hit refresh it for a second because usually that stuff works. Hang on. There you go. See, toot, you donated this, you donated that. So there's a tip page that's loaded up. And I got that essentially just for signing up for the thing. Because they make these out of the way. They make these packs, okay? So what you want to look for right now, and you can get a whole pack, because if it's on here, there's usually a trio of them, but sometimes there's not with certain alerts. But I'm just going to type in keywords, pirate, boom. Look at that. So here's some fully animated pirate overlays, all right? Let's see which one we like better. All right, so look at this one. So this one looks like this, okay? Here's all the extras. That's what that looks like. The scene transition is like a burning map. Okay, here's their chat window, right? That's pretty fun. Here's their overlay one where there would be the chat. There's burning fires and stuff, some spinning compasses, doubloons. Pretty good, right? So that's pretty fun. All right, so that's theirs. And then here's some of their, there's the stream is starting. There's a map to treasure, right? Oh, and here's their alerts. So then there's what their alerts look like. And that's what their tip page looks like, right? So that's pretty fun. Treasure chests for alerts. That's great. All right, so that's that one. Now, let's look at this one. So this company, own3d.tv, is like killing it. They're kind of the Nike of this stuff, it seems like, when it comes to these overlays and packs and things. Very good website. And they'll give stuff to these people. So this one's kind of sharp, pretty nice, but it looks like it's kind of only laid out for one kind of type of thing, right? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Click that. Click this. We've got a new subscriber alert, right? It'll do that for the alerts. Fully animated. Like, show me more, you know? Because I'm only seeing that. There we go. See, there you go. There's your page flip. Right? And it's going to load these other elements. I think I like the other one. Because this is neat and all, and this is spinning the whole time. I don't know. And all that. That's fun. I like the icons. All right? But the entire stream was a very cool mix of art and learning new resources. And I said that's what it was going to be. And then here's the thing about that. So the thing about doing that is that it's now my job to. The stream's over, right? Go rewatch the stream. Take notes and kind of timestamp where I start talking about Wrestlemania Radio is going to be tomorrow. Oh, we start talking about that at 10 minutes and whatever. And then we start talking about the art thing. And then we start talking about, and then you rewrite the description to say, oh, we talked about this. We talked about streaming, talked about this, talked about that. So I guessed Wrestlemania, I guessed whatever, but I'll go change everything afterwards now on all three. And you got to go to all three and do it so that everything makes sense. And that's what you do. So, you know, like that's what you got to do. And that's the maintenance of, and the follow through that kind of make this a full-time job. All right. So the tags for this one is all right. Is there a feature where you can live update the tags? I don't think, no, not that I've noticed. I don't think I can go change the tags. Because there's certain things that you can't change. Like right now, like the camera settings and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't be able to change, you know? So that's some of it. So here, let's go to this, and now I'm going to do this thing. Like, does this... Okay, no, I think it's there. Install. All right. Essential Toolkit, yada, yada. Welcome to Prime. Signing me in. Very good. Thank you. I'm all signed in, I guess. So, there we go. See, now it's like, now you can install. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Install overlay. Watch this. I think, oh wait, look, unable to identify users at the moment. Please relog into Streamlabs OBS. See, sometimes this happens is that, like, you got to log in and log out of things. See, welcome to Prime, I'm logged in. But what it wants me to do is log into Streamlabs. So log into this program, which means stop the live stream, log out, live back, so whatever. But this is the one I'm going to use, and I'll do that, and I'll build it later tonight. And or tomorrow, and if I can stream that, I was thinking of streaming it. Like, let's make a new overlay. Like, that's kind of fun, and I'd explain it and how you do it. But I definitely have to have it downloaded first. So that's what it is. But this will be tomorrow's overlay, and it'll be for Wrestlemania Radio. So that's pretty fun, right? So now let's get back to. I don't want to X. I want to go back to camera, and there we are, and I'm back. All right. So pretty fun, right? There you go. Get to do all that. That's how all that stuff works. And tomorrow's going to be Wrestlemania Radio, Pirate Radio. Fun times. I'm excited. All right, look at it. 12:02, just hit the 2-hour mark. Are you kidding me? Look at us go. Look at us go. All right? As Paul Rudd likes to say, look at us. Look at us. That's right. All right, so I feel good about it. Also, I think that the lip sync worked the whole time this time, which is good. Because I'm broadcasting at lower bit rates and stuff. Because, again, this ain't a video game, so I don't have to worry as much. You know, where's that gimmick? There it is. Hang on. You gotta get the old, 2 hours. Okay. You made it till tomorrow. Tizzo, you're the man. Thanks for hanging out for 2 hours. My goodness, what a good time. Right? And isn't it fun? Like, it's just fun time. And even if it is just like, when it's a month from now, 6 months from now, like, anytime I'm hanging out on here, it's like, oh, hey, what are you doing? And you get to hang out. And then you get to practically be like celebrity in the chat because I know you more personally than I'll know a bunch of these nobodies that become friends with me. So I, too, am probably going to take it easy. Tizzo, you saw what he's going to do. He's going to take it easy. He's going to take a nap. So he's going to go do some of that. I, myself, am going to go do some of that as well. So let me just first say goodnight to you, and I love you the most. This was great. Thanks, Tiz. It was great hanging out with you. Thank you so much for hanging out, right? This was super fun. So, but I'm probably going to leave it at that. And then maybe I go try to set up this pirate thing because I'm really into it, right? I'm really into it. So you know what? I might end this and just start doing that. We'll see what happens. All right? Or I do that tomorrow morning, or who knows? Playing it by ear. But that's the end of drawing tacos. So I'm feeling good about it. All right? I appreciate you, my brother. I love it the most. Toot, toot. All right? It's so much fun. This is always so much fun. I love doing it. I love hanging out with you. So it's all the best. I love live streaming. It's great. All right? Just keep hanging out. Keep hanging out. Toot toot, I love you the most. Woo!